Jesus.
So, like, there's so many miracles
Oh, yeah.
that occurred for the American Revolution that, I mean, just if I were to put a cork board up and strings attached to all of it, it would look absolutely
Like
insane.
that little meme of him with all the they always use for the conspiracy theories.
Oh yeah, exactly. It would look absolutely batshit insane, all the strings attached to each other that somehow lined us up so that we could actually have a country for at least 250 years.
At least
Yeah.
we might go to shit in the next 50.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get to 300. That's why we need good Americans now and the world too. And if you pull anything from this little story about
Of this
just
tangent.
two, which is largely a tangent, the two foreigners who say that like were instrumental in creating our nation, we also need the world's help. There are some foreign heroes that helped form the United States.
What?
And I'm going to be covering two of them in honor of the 250th anniversary of America's founding. Fireworks and guns and hot dogs and hamburgers.
And hot chicks.
And hot chicks
and
with
boats
guns and
tanks.
boats. Oh, fuck yeah. All the American shit that we love.
Guns.
That
and
the Europeans fell in love with while they were here for a brief stay.
they love our nasty
They
food.
love-
Red dye.
Fucking ranch.
Ranch.
How did ranch become a statement of American greatness? That's for another episode.
Ranch is gross at the store. You got to get restaurant ranch.
Yeah, restaurant ranch is better.
Hidden Valley in the store, gross.
Yeah, but that's what they're bringing back.
'Cause they're weirdos.
So, I think of two American heroes from foreign lands that helped win the revolution.
Ooh, there's so many.
There are two that are monumental in my mind.
Oh.
The Marquis de Lafayette
Oh, yeah.
and John Paul Jones. A lot lesser known.
I was going to say,
but
I don't know if I know
John
that.
Paul Jones, in a way, is more important for the resolution of the war.
He sounds like a lounge singer.
In a way, he is.
Like a Frank Sinatra. if
He
you
had
will.
some really
That
badass
name.
lines. So, what if I told you two of America's greatest Revolutionary War heroes weren't even American?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. One was a teenage French aristocrat, and the other one was a Scottish sailor.
I'm all about the Scottish right now.
Yeah.
Since Germany
And
failed
we
me.
were literally, before the episode began, we were talking about how people think and like to say that the French are cowards. But there's some history moments where they prove that they are not. So don't piss them off too much.
They might be a little light right now.
They're a little fruity, but, you know,
they
don't fuck with them.
If they organize and the anger gets about right, yeah, they had the guillotine for a reason, people,
Oh, yeah.
and they had no fear in using it.
Well, and they are good at rioting.
They are very good at like of all the countries. How many riots have we seen in France? Like multiple.
Weekly.
Multiple.
Bi-weekly in the summer.
For years.
Yeah.
They're like constant. They're like, buddy.
So we're going to talk about Lafayette first. Rich French nobleman, only 19 years old when he arrived.
They made him young back in the day.
Yeah. He snuck away despite orders not to come to America. He heard about our situation and is like, I believe in it.
That sounds like most teenagers.
He bought his own ship because he was rich,
Uh-huh.
showed up in America, and just kind of volunteered, no pay or nothing.
Oh.
And then
He's bored.
Yeah, he was bored.
He's a bored teenager.
He's an adventurer.
He wasn't married yet.
Yeah.
He still had a year.
And he met George Washington and kind of bonded with him. And like there's kind of like a mentor-mentee relationship between him. And because he was connected, he kind of helped get the French involved with the American Revolution and was, which without the French barricading.
Yeah. French helped us a lot.
Clinton, I think it was, in Charleston, the war would not have ended as quickly as it did.
Which saved a lot of lives.
Yeah. Or Yorktown. Yeah, Yorktown. But so he helped in Valley Forge train the troops because we had our Revolutionary War soldiers were a whole bunch of just loose men, just random
Loose?
dudes just thrown together.
I thought you meant loose in a sexy way.
Yeah,
They're probably that too.
if they could be.
They're like, ooh, I saw her ankles.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But yeah, there was just a whole bunch of dudes not trained. I mean, they were up against the most powerful military at the time. All the training. I mean, literally.
Isn't this where they did like more guerrilla warfare type tactics?
We did.
Yeah. Which was not common at the time.
No.
You did like your formation line. Poo poo.
Yeah.
And they're jumping from the trees.
The whole point, was get in line.
Yeah.
And then you shoot until enough people fell over that one side ran away.
Thank you, the Patriot, Mel Gibson.
Yeah. So but he trained them to do that as well. Because you can't just win with guerrilla warfare.
Yeah, of course
You
not.
can't just win with a whole bunch of guys hiding behind trees, shooting, taking
helps,
pot shots. Oh, yeah. No, it helps. But he was instrumental with training the American militia to become a proper army, to actually beat the...
Got to make sure those shots land.
Yes. And it was...
I want to watch The Patriot.
Which is a fantastic film by Mel Gibson, an American hero.
So good.
Who was right about everything.
He makes all the best movies.
So the Marquis de Lafayette was instrumental in the training of all the American soldiers, and his connections back in France really fucking helped. And
that's before Marie Antoinette lost her head.
Yes.
She still had it on her body.
And actually, what's funny about the French helping us is that it put them in enough debt that it kind of caused,
put them in debt.
It caused their
revolution.
problems. So our revolution inspired their revolution.
They're like, damn it, Americans.
Oops.
Poor Marie. Like, they were so, like, innocent.
And it was all to spite the British.
Yeah.
You know, like, okay, we don't like the British so much. We'll help you rebel. And it really bit them in the butt. And I'm sure the British had a fucking secret hand in all that.
Yeah. It's just like they're trying to help the Americans, and then they paid the price for it. But their people were starving. So what? And, like, the whole let them eat cake wasn't even something she really said. It was just rumor.
So we'll have some more thoughts on Lafayette, but my favorite of the two, John Paul Jones. This man was insane.
Ooh, I like insane.
The adventure of John Paul Jones. So he was Scottish. He was a merchant captain. He was in the British Navy and received all the training, but at one point he did not get a promotion.
Oof.
And
he got mad.
And he kind of got mad. He was like, hey, I've done so much work. I should have earned a higher commission and, gotten more and more and more.
Promotion.
Yeah, some acknowledgement. But but unfortunately, in its human condition, in politics, is if you're not connected, you don't become, like back in the Roman times, the Greek times, if your uncle was in the higher up chain of command, you got a promotion.
Yeah, if you're not part of the club, you're not part of the club.
He wasn't part of the club.
So none for you.
And he recognized that America as a new nation did not have that same connected man thing yet.
It was all new.
At least yet. We got problems nowadays. But a new country forming, rebelling against it, the whole system is broken. So now a meritocracy where you could show up, join the Continental Navy, show that you actually have the training.
Work your way up.
Yeah.
It was about, effort and all that
So
stuff.
he joined the Continental Navy, which basically didn't exist. Like Britain didn't acknowledge that America even had a navy.
They're like, you guys are silly.
You guys are cute.
Oh, look at their little boats.
So he actually...
We don't have wigs.
And you know what? We didn't have a navy. He joined the Navy, but we didn't have one. We had merchant ships, which are not fitted for war.
You just throw some cannons on there.
Which is exactly what... Yeah.
You'll make it work.
Which is exactly what they did. And he took his merchant ships that he had access to, and he was the captain of a ship, and he went to raid British waters. So he went to like British territory with jalopies, basically.
But the thing is, they just, the British just didn't think they were facing anything.
Yeah.
They're like, eh.
Whatever. There's some ships going that way. Don't intercept
they
them.
underestimated them, and that's the first thing you should never do. Never underestimate your enemy.
Especially if one of them is trained by you.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone always trained their enemies. They always had someone's son or something, and they train them, and they piss them off, and they run back.
The CIA has done it.
Everyone does it all the time with everybody.
With some of their worst losses.
Yes. No one will ever learn from history's lessons.
Actually, you know what? That's an excellent topic for another episode.
They never learn.
Of people who trained their own enemy.
All the time, so many.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Like Rome did it, the Teutoburg Forest.
So much of the monarchy's done it. Vikings have done it. Everyone's done it.
Osama
I
bin
don't
Laden.
know why people do that.
Well, because
I would never let you go if I trained you. You are mine forever.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's the way it should be.
You will never go back to your home.
So he took his little tiny group of ships to, or just one ship, to kind of pester the English coast, and got
like being a child. Let me poke you.
Yeah, basically.
Let me poke the bear.
And you know what? The British, didn't even know it existed. Didn't really care until he captured in a knockout, drag-out fight with the HMS Serapis. So he took his merchant ship, piece of shit ship, and back in the day, they would just throw hooks onto the other ship and just throw men onto the other ship with swords, and then they'd have a knockout, drag-out fight.
Very piratey.
And very piratey. That's what he was, basically.
Yep.
And they captured the Serapis. The original merchant ship sank. So
we got a new ship.
We have a new ship.
A better ship.
A better ship. So they captured the Serapis and start raiding British coastline.
Oh, yeah, because they're thinking it's a military British ship.
Yes.
Oopsie.
And they start causing all sorts of problems for the British. And actually, it starts turning the sentiment against the war. Oh. It's not only are we losing a shit ton of money on this war against the colonies, now we've got a terrorist fucking blowing up our stuff on our territory. And because he had history in the British area, he knew how to hit and go.
Yeah.
He understood the area.
He knew their timing. He knew everything, the way they fought, everything.
Yeah. So there's this beautiful moment where in order to repair the Serapis, he had to go to Holland or one of those other countries to get retrofit and ammunition and repairs. But he didn't have a flag. And you're treated as a pirate if you didn't have a flag from your home country. So he actually used the written description of the American flag written by Ben Franklin. And there's something called the Serapis flag, where some of the blue lines aren't there's some blue lines mixed with the 13 white, with the red lines.
They're just grabbing people's clothes and they're like, let's make a flag.
And so there is a flag called the Serapis flag that is just an American flag drawn from the written description. So it's almost like an AI made it, they use how
crayons?
Kind of. So he cobbled this red, white, and blue flag together with the 13 stars.
Funny.
And that's the origin of the Serapis flag. Not a lot of people know about it.
Who's our best artist on this ship?
Yeah. Who has some sewing needle?
Yes, we have no women here because that's bad luck.
Yeah, it is. And you don't want women on the ship.
No. They're getting all the D on that ship.
Yeah.
Whether they want it or not.
Yeah.
Well, they gotta hide.
That's why.
They dress like boys.
Yes.
They were trans back then.
And if pirate ships were better for women than a lot of places for women.
Yes, actually.
Not military ships, pirates.
Yes.
Pirates had their own democracies. But if you've ever heard the phrase coined by him during a fight, it was a foggy, smoky day, and the British confronted him. He was outnumbered, and it looks like the British are going to blow him out of the water, and they're like, okay, this is your chance to surrender. And he just says, I have not yet begun to fight.
I've heard that before.
Yes, that was coined by him. And that seemingly unwinnable battle, he still won. He was
I'm
able
just starting.
Yeah, he was able to, like, you know, damage the shit out of them and get the hell out of there. Because he was a guerrilla. He was basically a terrorist.
Yeah.
Did
they even have that word back then?
Guerrilla?
No, terrorist.
Terrorist?
I mean, they had terror.
Yeah.
Did they have terrorists?
I don't know.
We'll have to look that up.
Yeah, we'll have to look that up. So basically, he was a terrorist over there in the on
for
the British,
America.
For America. He was American terrorist.
Baby country.
And, well, without his, like, blowing up shit and just causing terror in Britain, like, if they can attack us at our homeland, what else are they capable of? We're tired of this. Just give them their 13 colonies and call it a day. Just let us fucking forget them. We got other problems.
They can give us taxes on tea.
So he was part of churning the sentiment, because at first, you know, the British people are like, fuck those people rebelling. They owe us money.
Yes.
If you look
that
into
they never saw because they're peasants.
Yeah. And then eventually John Paul Jones caused enough problems where they're like, you know, yeah, they owe us money, but man,
it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Like, they're really fucking us up.
Yeah.
So, you know,
they're coming to our front door now.
Exactly. And it was just one guy in a ship. Like,
and they're like, this is way too much.
This is way too much.
We can't take it.
We're the indestructible British Navy. Why the fuck is this so inconvenient for us?
Well, probably because it makes them look bad in front of their country because it's now at their front door.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a way where they can make up the story. It's right there where everyone can see it.
And what amazes me is that we don't have any movies about this guy.
It's interesting how we don't have a lot of movies about history.
Yeah.
They focus on the few stories repetitively.
Yes.
Like, how many stories do we need about slaves? Like, we get it. It happens.
Yeah. And they're not even right.
No.
A lot of it's been disproven.
Well, everything about history is like 90% Hollywood and 10% truth anyways. It's just so sad because the truth is far more interesting. You don't need to embellish anything. You don't need to exaggerate. You don't need to add. Just ride with the real story. It's intriguing as it is. That's why it, you know, pulls us emotionally. But then again, you know, you hear the fake stories and that's very triggering for people as well. They hold it like their identity.
Well, and people like to insert themselves in history
God.
that doesn't exist for them. Like,
so many
taking credit. Like, Cleopatra was my race.
Which is so weird.
Like, no, she was Egyptian.
And
we don't even know what Egyptian was. And she was actually a Greek, you know, ancestor.
Yeah, even if she is your ethnicity, it still doesn't make it you or your blood or anything. It was just a person. I did that episode. Like, it doesn't mean it's you. You can acknowledge the past, whether it's you or not. Your skin. I don't know. Everyone makes about their skin tone and all that's not.
Do you know that Lafayette was black?
Oh, no.
No, I just made that up.
Just He's like black now, guys.
Just like a lot of people make shit up. Thank you, Netflix.
This is the new Netflix movie they're gonna make it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a black trans woman.
Yeah, Buddhist. So, you know, in your mind, who do you think was more instrumental? I wouldn't be able to say. You know, with Lafayette training ground troops here in the USA.
Well, I don't feel like we heard enough about him.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more to his story.
Oh.
But just hearing about the other dude, he was doing a lot with that ship.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about John Paul Jones a lot more than Lafayette.
Well, that's just, and I'm sure there's way more you can talk about. Like, that could probably be a whole episode in itself. Like, his beginnings, what led him there, and what, you know, triggered him. There's probably more to him just being mad about not being promoted. There's, you know, there's probably more stories.
Well, actually.
More quotes.
About 200 yards away from the front door of the White House is a statue of the Marquis de Lafayette.
Yeah, which so many people are like, huh? They probably don't even look at it.
They don't even know.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, until his death, Washington revered, you know, Lafayette, like, very highly. Some of the more prominent...
Did he pass away here, or did he go back to France?
I think he went back to France. But he was... you know, there's Lafayette Plaza. There's all over DC is stuff named
because
after
if you think
Lafayette.
about what both of them did, they're both very instrumental because he had his connections with France, and France helped us bring in more troops to fight on our behalf. Where, the other guy was on the front door of, England, Britain, whatever you want to call it, and making them look embarrassed at their front door. So they're, they both to me had equal parts in helping this country become its own individual country. So like without France, I don't think we would have been a country.
No.
So, that's very important. And getting England to like kind of give up, even though in a sense they did, but they didn't, because we still owed them taxes and they were still very heavily a part of it, even though they weren't part of it.
And do you think, without having a connected Frenchman in our military and part of the revolution, would France have gotten involved? Because it took Ben Franklin. He had to sleep with like half of the royal women, like half
Poor
of the
Ben Franklin.
He had a man.
All those ladies.
Oh my God. Ben Franklin had to man whore himself so hard for America.
Back then.
Yeah.
With goat skin rubbers.
Yeah. And just like, oh my God, I'm so tired. But
I'll do it
that
again.
one that one like
that accent is just whoo.
Yeah, that connected woman. She wants to see me. Just imagine being Ben Franklin, having to use a quill to okay, at 1600 I gotta go to Marie, whatever French
They're
last
all
name.
Maries.
Yeah, they're all Maries, and they're all. But having to pencil in all these crazy bitches that
where do I fit in the male politicians here into my schedule?
And he was just an exotic guy.
Oh yeah, he has a wild history.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So just we sent a gigolo over there to get them.
And the founding fathers were all very young too. Everyone thinks they were 60, 70. They were all very young.
Yeah.
When they all started all of this. Some of them were in their teens and 20s.
Yeah.
When they all started rebelling against Britain. It's just, people don't know that.
And they were all really well read.
Yeah, because all the pictures you see of them are them in their elder years.
Yeah.
So everyone's brain is oh, when they did all this, they were 60. No, they were in their 20s.
Yeah.
They were all very young.
In their prime.
They were all, yes, they prime. Like I said, some of them were late teens, 20s, some maybe late 20s, early 30s, but they were all young.
And really well read.
Yeah. They were all very smart.
And just the fact that we're a republic and not a democracy.
To be fair, they weren't all peasant-y type people. They were all
they were
upper crust people too.
Or if not, they were going to be well-to-do.
Yeah.
They were hardworking guys, most of them.
Yeah,
or hard drinking.
Yeah, some of them came from very well-off families.
And hard drinking motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that one
alcohol
party.
was different back then.
Yeah. That one party of theirs that they had.
Yeah, but they all did a lot of secret meetings though too.
And
it's very national treasure.
So obviously, yes, and like you said, everyone has this weird perception of our American forefathers where they're old men.
They're not.
And we of course know about Washington, Paul Revere.
He was not super old.
But
it wasn't even really Paul Revere. That's just the story that everyone knows.
Exactly. There was 20 other people. In fact, there was even a woman involved somewhere.
Yes.
That she'll get all the credit.
There are people more notable in that whole situation than Paul Revere. He's just the one everyone knows.
Well, some people are shameless self-promoters and they're really good at it.
They're good at their PR and marketing,
Yeah.
but there were other people besides Paul Revere. Like you said, there was at least 20 people that were running through. It's like playing tag. Okay, you go to the next couple miles and then tag and tag and tag to spread the word that the English are coming. It just wasn't Paul.
Well, and to speak of Ben Franklin for a quick second, there was this beautiful moment where Ben had been there for a while trying to lobby the French king.
Poor
He's poor man whore.
He's so tired.
And Thomas Jefferson, who many people think was on the spectrum, shows
There's
up.
a lot of misconceptions about him that people are trying to make true.
Something, yeah. He was just a smart guy, an intellectual type, not a man whore. He shows up to France.
Except for his servant lady.
Yeah. He shows up to France and he sees what Ben Franklin's doing. He looks at one piece of paper and it's like got 10 women scheduled for that like day. And he's like, what the fuck are you doing,
are you
Ben?
A massage and pamper?
Yeah. Like, what the hell are you doing? You're supposed to be lobbying for this. And
I am.
And he's like, and like, just, I wish I could have been there for that discussion.
Oh yeah.
Of like Thomas Jefferson showing up and going, what the, there's condoms all over the floor, bro. Like, this doesn't look like it's working. Yeah.
Those aren't mine. Those are here when I got here.
And history will like, automatically acknowledges Ben Franklin's contribution to getting the French over there.
He's like electricity.
And doesn't even hardly acknowledge that Thomas Jefferson even went over there.
Oh yeah. There's so much left out.
Yeah.
It's interesting when you actually look into documents and everything. You're like,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
But like, yeah, Thomas Jefferson shows up and just, I could just, because I'm maybe not the most prudish guy, but there's part of me that is just going, what are you doing? How is this helping?
I would be like, you need to go see a priest and confess.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to get them over there with my dick, bro.
You're like, we don't need the women. We need the men in power. Why are you talking to the courtesans?
Yeah. But
they are not helping.
But it worked.
But the courtesans do hook up with but then again, I think that was Venice, not so much France.
Yeah.
But they probably had their lady horse.
But it worked. It worked. It got them involved. It was a team effort. Mm-hmm. And it's like the perfect storm of all sorts of different people working their angles
to create our country.
And seriously, I mean, there's stuff where like a tornado happened in Manhattan and saved our militia from being captured by the British. Just crazy stuff.
Yeah. Crazy weather happened back then, guys.
Yeah. Or a fog happening like the day that
wasn't climate change.
Yeah. There was a tornado and then a fog that happened that saved General Washington's army from being captured. And just small stuff like that kept happening.
Interesting.
To make this country like
it was supposed to happen.
Like it was supposed to happen.
Coincidence, perhaps.
Like there was a higher power that some people would call God that kind of orchestrated all these tiny little happenings into like, okay, a random French guy, like who's really rich
connected,
that could show up with his own ship that he paid for with like food and money and connections.
And then your piratey guy.
And then you got your pirate Scotsman who's dejected and butthurt from the British.
Revenge. I will fight them because I'm mad. He sounds like a woman. Jesus.
So like there's so many miracles that occurred for the American Revolution that I mean, just if I were to put a cork board up and strings attached to all of it, it would look absolutely insane.
Like that little meme of him with all they always use for the conspiracy theories.
Oh yeah, exactly. It would look absolutely batshit insane. All the strings attached to each other that somehow lined us up so that we could actually have a country for at least 250 years.
At least.
Yeah.
We might go to shit in the next 50.
Yeah. I don't know if we're going to get to 300. That's why we need good Americans now and the world too. And if you pull anything from this little story about
this
just
tangent.
two, which is largely a tangent, but the two foreigners who say that like were instrumental in creating our nation, we also need the world's help. Not all of the world. We can't fix the unemployment issues of the entire world.
Well, there always will be some form
of the universe. That's a line stolen from Coneheads.
I love that movie.
Yes. So, while you're celebrating the big names, remember there's a lot of smaller names that were just as important. And there's the butterfly effect. There's just all sorts of things, but there was a lot of miracles and a lot of people that were part of that miracle to make this whole thing happen.
Yes.
And do you think that, who in your mind, helped more?
I told you, I think they're kind of equal. Because they just had different things. And if you I definitely think without the Marquis guy, we wouldn't be a country because you needed France for that.
We needed France.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, that's what a lot of scholars and historians say. Like, if France didn't enter in the war and help us, we would have been screwed. We would have been crushed.
Fucked.
So we needed them no matter what. So I think that's honestly, that's probably way more important than the other guy just making them give up on us. Because again, they were still here.
I do
claiming things.
I think Lafayette's services were more valuable.
Yeah.
But we needed both.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Everybody helped.
And it wasn't just them too. There was several people
oh my God.
in this American soup, if you want to put it that way, that created the meal.
See, me, I would probably, and it was only 3% of the population that rebelled.
Oh yeah, that wasn't a lot.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot.
Huh.
A
lot of people died.
lot of people died.
A lot of innocent people died. They burned a lot of churches full of like villages of people.
Well, and you know,
who are not a part of it at all. Some of the rebellious people may have stayed there like the night before, and then they burned everyone in the church because they couldn't get any information.
Tarleton. Yeah. Or Tarleton or something like that.
But they did that to send a sign like,
he was a real jerk.
None of you will survive. We'll kill you all.
Well, there was no Geneva Convention back in the day. There was the gentlemanly warfare, which
that's not gentlemanly at all.
Well, we were shooting people from behind trees and not standing out in the middle of a field.
That's not gentleman. That's called war to me.
Yeah.
Like, I always thought it was dumb that they lined up and then just squatted down and then shot. And then went back of the line and let the next line come up. I'm like, who thought of that as warfare? That's the dumbest thing ever.
It was antiquated, yeah.
Like, you just go for it. Like, just storm in from any angle, from any level, and just battle. Like, that's how it used to be. Like, yeah, they were facing off and then they'd run at each other and clash, but they weren't just like, let's be like 100 feet away and just, like, that's the dumbest thing ever.
But it was gentlemanly.
What? That's just stupid.
Yeah.
War's not about being a gentleman. War is ugly. It's not cute. It's not, no.
I don't know. The British.
Being a gentleman is sitting down and having a conversation. Let's see if we can compromise. We can't. I'm going to murder you in 5 minutes.
I don't know. Well, the British, it was weaponized gentlemanliness.
I think they use their numbers to intimidate people.
Well, there's that.
That's it.
Yeah, it's like my army's 4 times bigger than yours.
Look how long my line is.
Exactly.
My line is so long.
And it's 8 people deep.
And they have these long muskets that I can aim at you. And everyone else is like, I got an axe.
Yeah.
I'll throw it at your face.
Yeah. I've got farm equipment, man.
Again, I need to go home and watch The Patriot. Because I'm just picturing freaking Mel Gibson throwing the hatchet like at people. And then
and some of that, some of the guerrilla tactics were picked up from Native Americans.
Oh, of course.
With, from the French Indian War. Yeah. And the French sided with the Indians because the Indians realized the British use up more land for their farms while the French hunt. Yeah. So we'll have better advantage. Just imagine being in that situation. It's like, okay, the British are now at war. There's so much politics back in the day
attached it's like to the French Indian War. Nice, hunting's nice. Those are both nice things. Hunting and gathering, pretty much. Yeah. Let's just work together. But nobody wanted to work together.
Well, and Washington started the French Indian War. Actually, he was a divine being in many ways. He was connected to so many little things that like blew up into bigger things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just interesting how things work out.
Ambition is a weird thing. It takes you places, everybody.
Yeah, sometimes you don't even have to try. It just comes to you.
Yeah, just leave the house, everybody. Fucking do shit.
Yeah, make friends.
All right, folks. If there's any other American heroes or heroes from around the world, I would love to read about them.
Yes.
And learn more. So, with that, like, subscribe, and have a fantastic 4th of July. Do not blow your fingers off. We all had an uncle or a great uncle that had a hook for a hand. I hope you don't have one at the end of the month.
We need your fingers to subscribe.
Yes.
And leave comments.
I mean, I could use a mouse with my nose. It just takes longer.
No. You put a stick in your mouth and poke.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Are those the keyboard that you can use with your eyes? You can tell where
Technology
you're looking. Yeah. All right. Well, keep no hook hands. Blow up some fireworks, drink some beer, and let the bikinis out.
Yes.